will tell you what this moment is all about as they await the first bell for Manny Pacquiao's return against Barrios. Oh, Manny Pacquiao, and the difference is huge.
Well, either way, this crowd has received Pac-Man's return in a big way, as you'd expect. I wonder what effect that will have on the judges, because anytime Paquiao comes close to landing, you'll hear from the strongest crowd in this arena.
And you had heard me as well when he landed on the arms of Barrios. But yeah, I said move. Because yes, these first 2-3 rounds, we're going to see if the timing is still there for Paquiao.
That was the one thing that was missing when I went to his public workout. It was the timing. That seemed to be off. I spoke to Freddie Roach about it. He says, look, the legs are still there, and tonight it's about a great left hand for Manny against a great right hand for Barrios. There's his left for Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, so of course, baby, from Manny Pacquiao. No punches thrown yet from Barrios.
Barrios still feeling out Manny. But you have to believe this will be as quick and resourceful as Manny will be all night. And so far, he looks good, jabbing to the body consistently.
Manny Pacquiao has been in there against the greats of the greats. So being cautious in his first round.
Guys, Barrios made no bones about it. He said the longer the fight goes on, the more it favors me. And we know that Paquiao needs to have this kind of quick start.
Pacquiao split the guard during that sequence. That left hand speed is still there.
And the right hand of Barrios will establish some respect from the Pac-Man.
The first right hand that Barrios drew, and it landed clutch on Paquiao. And it seemed like it hurt him, but definitely got him off balance.
Established the jab.
It almost seems like he wants Paquiao to get some sense of confidence for him to come in
And do something like that. Open up and then land a quick, sharp uppercut. So that left to Manny Pacquiao. He's got to stay active with it though.
Manny's got to be able to move his feet consistently, something he couldn't do in the Ugas fight. Last time we saw him back in 2021.
It's a nice jab from Manny Pacquiao despite the 4-inch disparity. But it's the quickness that makes Manny Pacquiao dangerous. Now look, against Ugas, he turned over to his feet. I could see the shots. I couldn't get there. Tonight, he's getting there.
There's not much punches thrown in this fight, but the punches that he did throw were effective.
Hey, go ahead.
In 29 victories, you see Barrios now coming out to meet Manny Pacquiao in the center of the ring. He wants to establish the fact that he's the champion. Will this be the round after feeling out round? He starts off with a good jab.
He has to take the lead, meaning Barrios has to take output to control the terms of this fight. And really, as he said all week, make Manny look and feel like the older fighter.
Yeah. Again, it felt like the first round was definitely a steady round for Barrios. He saw what he needed to see with the right hand. Pacquiao comes in from where it opens up. So now it's Barrios trying to get the jab going. But again, Pacquiao, you see the old Pacquiao coming in with the flurry, stepping back. Getting back on that jab.
Quick 1-2 from Pacquiao. Not quite once attack. You'll see the feet get tackled back. Thomas Taylor, the third man in the ring, immediately seeing that it was the feet getting tackled. It'll happen after when a southpaw and orthodox fighter step in the ring together.
It happens all the time, but even in that position, you go down, even if there's no punching, you kind of get a little bit distracted. Speed of Barrios, but no, he's getting back on that jab.
Pacquiao has the chance to achieve many different historic feats tonight. One of them is becoming the first boxer in history to hold a world title in 4 different decades. Incredible, really.
And the fact that he would be the first ever inducted International Boxing Hall of Famer to not only come back, but to also be crowned a world champion. But to do that, there's a lot that yet needs to be done.
That was a nice jab and followed by a body shot early as well from Barrios. He definitely needs to work the body against the older 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao. Break him down.
Meron ka bang the one that got away?
Kilala ko ba?
Enjoy the refreshing sweet flavors of Sanyo flavored
ill-intentioned counter right that Barrios wanted to punish Paquiao. That's a nice left, and then a jab counter from Barrios. So there's an answer from Barrios now in the second round.
It's an answer from Barrios to right hand. But Pacquiao's getting some shots too. And let's not forget, guys, Manny Pacquiao possesses that power. The ultimate power people talk about in the sparring sessions, that he was hurting people.
And once again, he went against a bigger fighter. Barrios' team said they wanted him to come in at around 168 pounds on fight night. Pacquiao nowhere near there.
Remember, Barrios hasn't been on a fight at this level exactly, but he's been on the pay-per-view level twice in losses to Gervonta Davis and Keith Thurman, and he talked so much this week about what he learned from those in terms of maturity, education, patience.
Paquiao was patient and right, which is not his MO. He's a big left-hand guy, but you know, early on he was seen as a one-handed puncher. Offensively is there. What's not really there is the exit strategy for Manny Pacquiao. Yep. Now it's Barrios starting off with the jab, using his height advantage and reach advantage. 6.5 inches taller, 4 inches longer on that reach.
Bob Santos is such a key into the confidence and execution of Mario Barrios. So remember, that was Barrios' original trainer when he turned pro in 2013. They went 16-0 together, they parted ways, and since they've returned in 2023, you've seen a more confident Barrios is 3-0-1 overall, including winning World title.
He has grown with Bob Santos these last couple of fights, and again, he's fighting a legend tonight. He's not one making mistakes, and Bob Santos knows. He really alert, really cautious, speaking of Barrios.
And it looked like he was motioning to Barrios, telling him to raise the punches after a couple around that belt line.
Barrios says, hey, you're not the referee. That guy's got to tell me what to do.
Well, that's the key part of this. We're going to wait for this turning point where Barrios stops respecting Paquiao. That could either be the point that begins his undoing if he gets caught, or that downhill ride as the younger man with the younger legs.
When we come to that word respect, with both warriors have been touching up gloves at the beginning of each round as a sign of respect. But Barrios said, I have to lose that respect. And his trainer, Bob Santos, said, look, at the end of the day, I need my guy to have a killer instinct. Because you guys like Oscar De La Hoya, Antonio Margarito, Eric Morales, Marco Antonio Barrera, what happens when you don't match this guy's killer instinct? It doesn't end well.
It was not. And there's a response from Barrios. Good body shots. Good body shots.
And here you see Thomas Terry saying, you may be Manny Pacquiao, but I established the belt line early on before the fight started. He's very particular about that. And you love that out of a referee of Thomas Taylor's pedigree.
Yeah, and for me, guys, I don't think it's much so the respect that Barrios is showing for Pacquiao right now. I think it's just like he's trying to figure him out. He's got the jab going, okay, he's trying to land the body, he's landed a couple of them, but at the same time, he does not want to make mistakes.
There's a nice leaping left there from Manny Pacquiao. There's that jab, but he can't get away from the jab of Mario Barrios. He's just too slow on the defensive end tonight.
He knows that sooner or later, Pacquiao's going to faint. So he believes and hopes.
Barrios with a 4-inch reach advantage, but he's 6.5-inch height advantage. That's the tallest opponent at 6 foot even that Manny has yet to face.
Right uppercut now, a left uppercut from Mario Barrios. Getting more confident. And that means that Manny Pacquiao will start to open up and get caught by shots like that right. Time, if anyone can make history once again, it's the man in the black trunks with the orange trim. The man you know by just one name. That's how you know an athlete has made it. If you're Pelé, if you're Maradona, if you're Cristiano, well, if you hear the name Manny or Paquiao, you're not thinking Manny Machado.
This is the people's champ right here. Everyone loves Manny. He's a great
Hold on here.
One of those stiff jabs there from Barrios. It looked like it snapped the head of Paquiao back during that sequence.
Yeah, he kind of shook him up a little bit. But then he didn't follow up.
I I mean, we're seeing in pockets the limitations, the age of Manny Pacquiao. As long as his balance and his stamina can hold form, he's still a threat in this fight, but when one of those goes, it could really turn quickly.
And that jab did catch Manny a little bit off balance, and that's why it seemed to be more damaging than it was.
Already, though, he's moving a lot more than he did against Ugas, some 4 years ago, in which he said he was getting leg massages 3 times a day. He cramped up in that fight. Since then, they've switched course. Massages once a week, and he said he feels a lot younger because of that.
Yeah, no cramps here in this fight so far for Manny Pacquiao, moving a lot more. Feet movement and quickness. But again, Barrios not yet throwing a lot of punches like Ugas did against Manny Pacquiao, and that gave Manny problems. And there it is, every time that Barrios throws punches, he lets. He hurts Pacquiao.
Now the nice counter from Barrios that Manny Pacquiao tried to get a couple of other shots in, and there's leaping uppercut there from Barrios. Now establishing the jab against the veteran. Look, if he can get Manny Pacquiao walking backwards, that's the fight.
And you got to start getting the attention of Manny by doing that. The jab, pushing better.
The jab is the key. That's the key to wear Manny down. Really pull out that gas tank.
Like the bigger fighter you are.
Well, a nice right uppercut also from Barrios. Maybe not landing clean, but he's getting there and he's making Manny Pacquiao think before he commits.
Even though Barrios has had the upper hand for most of this round, you can still see him leery of the speed of that left-hand counter from Pacquiao.
To the body from Manny Pacquiao. This not again. Ooh, beautiful. Just left hand to the face from Manny.
That right cross from Barrios landed flush, however.
It's the back and forth between these two fighters that can feel the tension and also the respect.
We're all fans of Manny Pacquiao. It's a one-of-one athlete, and the way people will love and remember him is also special. These fans came not to support, they believe that he can win ultimately. And you certainly saw that in the way the betting line changed as we got closer.
Yeah, no, you're right. And so Paquiao showing some grits. He's showing some good shots, but again, the hard shots.
And the quick darting Manny Paquiao, as you see. Put your score there, Hazard. As the fight is drawn out after 4 rounds, being the champion for the last 2.
Do you get the feeling Barrios is showing too much respect, or is there enough of a threat coming back that this is how you have to break Paquiao down?
I think there's enough of from Manny Paquiao aggression, the fast punches that has Barrios think. He's not, again, he does not want to make a mistake. So little by little, this is the 5th round. There's going to come a point, and we know Dos Santos where he's going to tell him and he's going to urge him, okay, it's time to step it up. Act like the bigger guy and the younger guy. Push him back.
There's a nice left there from Manny Pacquiao. Partially parried by Barrios, but you can see why he is leery of throwing that right hand until he has an opportunity. And he did say, I'm going to take it to deep waters. I want to see how much he has left, how those legs are cramping or not cramping past 6, 8, 10 rounds. I know I'm young. I know I'm 30 years old. I'm in my prime. He is not.
Barrios is starting to time that counter right hand perfectly after Paquiao finishes his combination attempts.
Yeah, Paquiao can't get that jab off his face from Barrios.
On that overhand right counter. There's that stick once again. I mean, to be honest, Barrios could just jab his way to victory tonight. If he wants to. I don't think that's the way it's going to play out, but he could.
I believe that's what Bob Santos told him. He could just jab, son. Keep jabbing. Every jab, there it is. It lands every time he throws it.
After, when Pacquiao lunges, he leaves himself square. That's a dangerous place to be.
I mean, he's got one more Marquez. That's exactly what happened. Marquez tightened his route. He went in with his hands down. Overhand left him, so right. He knocked him out. The last time that they were knocked down in his career, that was 2005.
No, and even when he's throwing 3-punch combinations, he's finishing with his hands down, a little bit off balance, which is something we're not used to seeing in a Pacquiao fight.
Yeah, no, of course not. But you know, being smart, Paquiao, he doesn't want to gas out, leave everything in one round. So whenever he sees an opportunity, he lets those hands go. 3, 4 punches, but not the 6, 7 combinations. And then the side steps that we were used to seeing from Manny Pacquiao.
That's a big part of it, the footwork to exit. That's why he looks so, let's just say, old against Ugas. And that was a much younger version of Pacquiao.
There's a body shot there with a left from Manny Pacquiao to the solar plexus of Barrios.
He's got to keep working that body shot, Manny Pacquiao. Let's not forget the last time Barrios fought a softball, it was against Tank Davis, and Tank Davis knocked him down with that body shot.
Nice jab from that was stiff and right in the face with Manny Pacquiao.
That's what Bob Santos wants from him. We heard him say that, and don't forget, Santos, an accomplished trainer, he's been in many Pacquiao camps in the past. As an assistant, helping out, he knows Pacquiao, and that played a big role in that preparation.
Listen to that crowd.
Counter shots there from Barrios, once to the chin.
For Paquiao right now, it's not how many punches for this feet, it's the right punches that he needs to throw. Wait for the right moment. But don't go in flurries like we used to, because again, you're getting yourself exposed.
Barrios, a 16-punch connected back through the first 6 rounds against Pacquiao, starting in.
He's right there too.
He uses his shoulder there to get Manny Pacquiao off of him.
You wonder how many of these surges is Pacquiao going to have each round as this fight goes on.
Thomas told me, he would say break, break, break.
Oh, Manny Pacquiao was saying that?
Yeah.
And the muscle memory right here, just KO break.
Yeah. Nice stiff jab there from Barrios. That's a jab. Starting shot from Manny Pacquiao.
Lead left hand, not much power. Barrios stuck anymore.
This is a round over. Pacquiao just got turned close.
With success, and he's had forgettable nights as well. Joe Goosen at the midway point of this fight. What do you perceive?
Look at the score. First of all, I think Manny won the first 2 rounds. I thought Barrios won the next 3. And I think the last one, maybe Paquiao eked it out with that combination at the end of the round. Okay, it's all views in the end of the ball. But that being said, look, Manny's hanging tough for a 46-year-old right now. He's in this fight. He hasn't really gotten hurt. His balance isn't beautiful anymore. But he's still, his legs are still lively. Right there. That's a good combination he threw there. It's going to impress the judges. It just impressed me. There's 2 of them. Now Barrios has got to get those back, or else Manny's on top by 2 combinations. So, it's an ebb and flow right now. But look, maybe at 46 years old, it's pretty unbelievable. And Barrios, of course, he's going to probably get better in the second half of this fight. We'll see.
That's the expectation. Thank you very much, Joe. But Barrios will have to get to his average of 20 power punches thrown per round, because through 6 rounds, he hasn't topped 19 power punches thrown in a single round.
There were some good surges there from Paquiao, right hooks, but Freddie Roach told him in the corner, we need 5, 6 punch combinations. He said, this fight could be over. You got to be careful balancing that gas tank if you're Paquiao on the flip side.
But that counter left after, how effective it was for him.
That was really effective. You see what Pacquiao's doing. He's moving to his right now.
Explain why that's so important.
So he's moving to his right. He's taking that right away from Barrios. Every time he steps to the right, there's no right that Barrios can land, because his whole body is at a different angle. Really smart from Manny Pacquiao, double jabbing, turning to the right.
But he can't let the jab though, Bruno.
Yeah, but then the left is that for Manny.
This really is, as Joe said, remarkable that we're seeing Paquiao at this age, after this layoff, almost fighting on even terms here with Barrios.
Oh, that's right from Barrios. The answer from Manny Pacquiao. If they're in the center of the ring, Manny Pacquiao on the inside can do that.
Now Barrios is letting Pacquiao let it first. Get it first, take the initiative, get the jab going. Remember, Barrios' jab was effective and had Pacquiao balanced.
But now he's allowed to get into this fight as well. And it's a pro-Manny Pacquiao fight inside the MGM Grand Garden Arena.
They try to call Manny the Mexican assassin. He goes,
Kung kala nyo, alam nyo na ang alamat sa famosong coach ni Paquiao na si